Welcome to another episode of
TMWIW.
Tell me where I'm wrong.
Tell me where I'm wrong.
Well,
What's
we're
up, boys?
back.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, man.
Over a year.
About a year, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
And more than a year for you, Yousuf.
Yeah.
Our
it's
last
been over a
one
year.
was last January. It was me and Khalid. So
It's kind of hard doing these podcasts when all this first started.
yeah, man.
It's crazy that it's been this long.
I think a lot. I think that's the main reason we stopped for a while, right? It's because everything felt a little too heavy and wrong. Especially
Yeah, I just didn't feel like
videos,
talking to people.
which is understandable because you have family in Gaza and stuff. So
Yeah, alhamdulillah, we've gotten a few of the family members out. Still got some family in there.
Where'd they go?
Egypt.
Egypt.
And Medina.
It's so
In
stupid when
Medina.
people are like, why don't they just leave?
'cause that's our home, man.
Yeah.
All these countries are not taking them. It's like,
It's because I think those people like that, they don't understand the concept of like believing in something bigger than yourself.
I also don't think they've been through that type of hardship. So,
That-
like, you don't...
I don't think they feel a connection
We
to
live
any
in a
land.
patty cake
like
life.
yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
We can't even grasp the idea of your house being bombed and then having to be forced out. Like, it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to me. Like, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. But I think they don't. I think a lot of people, especially like in the West, don't really understand the concept of really being connected to like a land.
The land. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like to the extent that Palestinians are, because especially when the U.S. was kind of founded on the same colonial principle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it was stolen from indigenous natives. So
it's also not forget that people can't leave. They lock them in.
Oh yeah, even even to
another
get them
thing,
out. We had a family member they were like surprised by the day that they were told, like, hey, you got to go. It was not like a planned occurrence. Like, it was just like, hey, it's your time, so pack whatever you can and you're leaving today. So it wasn't something that they were like, all right, we book a trip, get on whatever Orbitz, Expedia, and you have a plan for
Screw Expedia.
January 20th.
yeah,
We're booking a trip and we're going. This was like middle of the night. Hey, it's your time. Pack up. Let's go. And my nephew Mito and his dad, they were on their way to Yemen, and they actually got to stop in Egypt and visit with them and see them and take them some stuff. And
how old is he now? Your nephew?
Mito,
He's the same as my oldest
he's
niece's age.
16.
Okay, yeah, Nora's 17.
Drives.
So it's crazy, man. Yeah, Nora graduates this year. She's a senior in high
crazy.
school.
But yeah, so it's been a heavy year and a half.
Yeah, and we've stayed in touch. I mean, and you've kind of given me updates on things because even outside of Gaza, you had some stuff happen here. And
Yeah, my grandpa, Allah yarhamu, he passed away.
Allah
It's his family in Gaza.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a rough year, but alhamdulillah, we're here.
yeah, I mean, still
And
going.
Trump
too,
is
right?
Trump is gonna be our president.
Man.
Trump is back.
At this point, it's like it doesn't even matter who it is. You know,
Yeah.
like God, so much has happened in this last year,
A
man.
lot of
It's-
stuff
it's
that
crazy.
happened, right?
Yeah, man. I got a dog. He's probably making appearances right now.
Yeah, he's in the windows
Was
somewhere.
he? He's a
It's
good
funny
boy.
how everybody thought Trump was going to be like the savior. But then he just made the most Zionist board or cabinet ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it Photoshop that he was wearing like a yarmulke, or was that like a real thing?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
He got a
real.
new haircut too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'll never understand the Donald Trump like worship, especially from Muslim people. I just won't
Honestly,
I honestly don't think
any-
people like look at him as like that's their number one that's their number one option out of the options that they have. But I don't think people really like
get it. Yes.
like him that much.
There are some people that do, and
I mean, if
people
they
that
do, I mean, I'm guessing they have their reasons, but it cannot be for his view on the whole Palestine-Israel deal.
No,
There's
it's
just no way.
strictly because I'm sure they think about the money aspect, and they think more money's going to be in their bank account, and that's how they judge probably good and bad and right and wrong.
I did not vote, and I will never. I don't think I'll ever vote in America, like an American election.
Yeah,
ever.
I didn't vote either.
I don't believe in anyone.
Yeah.
Anywhere near.
Yeah.
What I believe my values are. So
yeah. The only one that was ever even close to my values was Sanders a few years ago, and he sucks now too. So whatever. I don't even know anymore. So
I just don't put a lot of stock in it.
You know what's amazing about all of this? I mean, people woke up. There's
big time.
So many people that just woke up.
Yeah. Remember last year when we were talking about this with Neda and Zohera and them?
Yeah.
We kind of said the same thing. People are waking up. It's like a year passed now since then, and now it's even bigger of a thing than a year ago.
To the point where Jews have to put out like anti-Semitic commercials.
Yeah.
Like
crazy.
Stop the Jewish hate type stuff.
Yeah.
And then they use hijabis in there. They'll throw in a hijabi and make it seem like they're all together, but it's I don't. I'm trying to be politically correct.
Just speak your mind, man. Who cares?
Fuck the Jews. Bleep it out.
That's staying in.
No, it's hard to watch this stuff like happen because people are so quick to play victim, and then you see like real images coming out of Gaza, and it's like I don't know how you could even play that card.
You have to be dirty.
I mean, if you're supportive of the Israeli regime, then you can't play that victim card. It's just very difficult for you to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I saw something the other day of it was like this woman, and it was either her daughter or son, Zionist Jewish family here in the States, and she was like, the kid was on the computer, and she was like, because of all the anti-Semitism going on campuses, we had very limited options of the colleges that we could apply to. And then it was like she got accepted to this university. They all started celebrating and stuff. And at first I was a little bit afraid to look at the comments because I was like, oh God, this is going to piss me off. But the comments were great because all the top comments were like, well, you know what place doesn't have any universities at all left? Gaza. Stuff like that. So it was kind of a faith in humanity restored moment a little bit for me.
I mean, it's good to see, but I mean, people are like, oh, look at all this, protesting and online protesting and all this stuff, and it's not doing anything. But people are expecting like this to change overnight. That's one. And two, it's like, what has been achieved is more than what we expected.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we did the Muslim leaders are holding everything back so badly.
Oh yeah. Like but this is the time. Like before, we could say you were weak. Yeah. You guys didn't have the power. You guys didn't have the backing. But the people are behind you.
Yeah, they are. But the thing is, man, like it's such a the whole situation, especially in the Middle East, it's such a tangled web. There've been so many like fortifications put up by Zionism to keep the Muslim people or the Arab people in that region from taking control of their own region. I'd say it, but they just played the game for decades better than the Arabs and Muslims did, I think.
Yeah, there definitely is no unity. But I also think, like, whenever people say, like, oh, the Muslims need to unite, people take that as, like, a declaration of war.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't have to be done with war tactics and physical, like, force. It could be done economically. It could be done with certain deals that are done that, we don't know about. But politically, just make things to where it's like, hey, you can't be killing innocent women and children and men and get away with it. So you can't fly your planes over our country anymore. You can't do this. You can't do that. Yeah. The power should be there, but we just got a lot of pansies leading.
Yeah, I agree.
Leading the group.
And the thing is, like, we've talked about this before. I think the Muslims. I mean, first of all, we do have Islam, but even outside of that, if we just want to look at like geopolitical strategy type stuff, I mean, you have Sinai, which is the most important canal in the world for trade. You can use that as leverage like crazy, but they just don't do it. They don't do stuff.
Well, I think
like
they're getting their pockets full. So
yeah, for sure.
I mean, even having to smuggle out some of the family members, because it's essentially smuggling.
Oh, okay.
It's a fee, and it's quite a
Really?
big fee. Yeah.
To who? Like Egyptian, just like border patrol?
I'm
or?
not gonna say Egyptian because I don't think all Egyptians think this way.
No, I'm talking
But
about like Egyptian government.
it was through the Egyptian border, and there's people that are taking advantage of the situation. So
I mean, anywhere you go, you're gonna find the people. The people is one thing, and then the government is another thing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the thing. I don't know if it's like a government official thing, but there's people that are taking advantage of the situation. So, and I think it would be any border shared.
Well,
you would find people like that. There's just people out there that are very.
They call them bayya al-hurub, I think, which is sellers of war. I mean, they take advantage of any. They're opportunists, of course.
Yeah, it's like what they call disaster capitalism.
Yeah.
You heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Each deal was different, but it was,
Yeah.
tens of thousands of dollars.
Really? For each person, or
for depends on how big the family is.
I mean,
goodness gracious.
That's how much it costs to smuggle people across the Mexican
Yeah.
border.
Man,
10,000 a person.
What's some other big stuff that's happened?
Syria.
Yeah. That was, man.
I don't know much
we can
about
get into
it.
the ins and outs of that, but
I don't know the ins and outs of that either. But
Do you guys
I know
have a lot of Syrian friends?
most of my Syrian friends are very happy about Bashar leaving, but
which I get.
There's people that are also like, we shouldn't really be that happy.
Well, I'm half Libyan, and after Gaddafi left, everyone was ecstatic about it. But then this power struggle happened, and Libya hasn't been the same.
Right.
So it's kind of a country divided right now. You got Tripoli and then Benghazi, and it's.
I think the thing with Syria,
a lot of people are
that
scared about that.
I noticed that most of the Syrian people I know were super happy about Bashar being gone, and I get it. And I don't think it's necessarily, people outside of Syria's place to tell them what they should and shouldn't be happy about, especially when they've had their country just and their own people destroyed and possibly family members murdered by the psychopath in his regime. But at the same time, I just and Syrians, I'm sure they're well aware of the concerns that other people have from the outside looking in, because I think a lot of people did look at like the Arab Spring, like you're talking about in 2011, and how it was kind of a seemingly rejoiceful time for so many of those countries and its people, and then it all just kind of went to shit a little bit, and a lot of those countries are still struggling and trying to find their feet. But worse yet, especially with Syria, everybody kind of saw it coming, didn't they? As soon as there was that vacuum of power.
Where is
Israel?
He, by the way? Oh, Bashar.
He's in Russia driving a taxi.
Yeah.
So
As soon as that vacuum of power was there, Israel advanced. They want to expand their territory.
Turkey advanced too.
Yeah, and then now you have this Julani.
Is he the old ISIS guy?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to speak on something.
He's the leader?
I don't want. Well, he's the new Syrian leader.
Yeah,
and he's
he used
already
to be
saying,
ISIS.
Yeah, he's already saying stuff like, "Oh, we just want to have peace with Israel. We don't want to do this." And it's just like, okay, we saw this coming. But I'm happy for my Syrian friends if they're happy.
I think you should have hope. Because
Yeah, I think so too.
One, it happened, and everything is from God, of course.
Exactly.
But the other thing is,
it wasn't good the way it was.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like it's either your foot is on your neck or you're getting up to fight people. It's like one or the other.
That's kind of how I've come to see it too, especially talking with some Syrian
But the thing
friends.
is, like, the hope that I have is that this younger generation of Muslims or people in general is like, they know too much now. You know what I mean? And you hope that they can kind of get past all this corruption that's been going on.
Well, I mean,
in the Middle
I don't know.
East.
I feel like I feel like all generations have known what's been going on, but I think what this generation has is this platform of social media that's allowing them to put their stories out more.
And the people that are involved in fueling this, which is the West, those younger generations know that too.
If you're a Dan Bilzerian fan,
was it you or no? Khattab. He's like back in 2012.
What did he say?
He
What if he
said-
becomes Muslim or something?
He's like he got everything he wanted in this world and then becomes Muslim, and he gets akhirah.
Oh man.
Dude, I was telling my dad who Dan Bilzerian is. And
I think everyone's had that discussion with
no.
his dad.
I told my dad. He's like, no, I don't know him. I was like, yeah, I got it. And I pulling up his Instagram page and
Just booty everywhere.
And I'm like, my dad's looking at it. He's like, get this away from me.
Your dad's a good man.
I was like, oh shit. I've never been,
Bro,
I don't
get that
follow
away
him. So
from
I
me.
didn't realize
Send
his
me the link.
page was like basically, his page is basically X-rated porn.
Yeah, it's still it's probably the same thing as it's always.
No,
been,
he
isn't
hasn't.
it?
So he took, to Dan Bilzerian's defense, whatever. he hasn't posted in a year. The first time he posted was about Gaza or Palestine. So he left everything on there, but he doesn't post that stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he's with one woman right now,
Wow.
according to him. Which is insane.
Yeah, but I mean, marry her, you know?
Yeah.
Like, not just that, like, if his, I don't know, man.
I mean, he's.
I still don't trust guys like this. I just don't. This is like Andrew Tate 2.0.
Well, I don't
type
put
stuff,
any stock into it. Like I don't care to.
Right. I agree.
Like I'm not gonna follow Dan
Yeah.
exactly.
in his ways, but
Honestly,
and just because
Andrew
you're speaking,
Tate.
the
What's
truth,
wrong with?
just because you're speaking the truth doesn't mean that I have to accept
what's
everything
wrong
else
with-
that you know.
What's wrong with posting pictures of your lady friends in bikinis, dude? Nothing wrong with that.
Andrew Tate's unhinged right now.
I don't follow him.
I don't even know,
anything
and
that's
I don't
going
care.
on.
to
I have
talk
him on
about it.
Twitter, and it's just, I'm like, dude, this guy's.
Here's the thing: they think they're doing good, but sometimes I fear like how brash and like overly outspoken they are. Sometimes they're going to say some stuff that isn't good for the movement.
Yeah.
You know? Do you know what I mean? Like, or they're going to come off as like they're going to step into traps that like Zionists set up for them. We need this person, this unhinged, uncontrolled, emotional person, to say A, B, C, and D, so we can use it. And I feel like they're
Also,
they're
the
easy
way,
bait.
Also, the way they send their message, the way they deliver it, it's not
Yeah.
the best.
No, I
Yeah.
agree completely.
Even though the message might be 100% dead on.
yeah,
But I'll be honest, man. There's something happening in this world. I mean, if you're on Twitter right now, it is the most polarizing.
X now.
Whatever. X.
let's just put it this
I'll
way.
never
We
call it
always,
X.
As Muslims, we always knew like Zionism kind of controlled a lot of things, like Hollywood and things like that. Honestly, it's even like deeper and more infiltrated into
Than we
like
thought.
the world government than I ever even expected.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. All the banking institutions, all of Hollywood, complete control basically of the American government at this point. Complete control of even like Muslim, Middle Eastern, Arab governments. It's the most bizarre stuff. And then they find, was that when in the last year where they found the tunnels in New York?
In New York, those are funny.
I mean, yeah, they're funny, but didn't they find like mattresses with blood on them and stuff
Yep.
down there?
Yep.
It's like a pedophilia ring going on. But
But that's not news story. It's not newsworthy.
it's right.
That's
it's not.
anti-Semitic.
Yeah, it's, how dare we say anything against
You
them?
know what's stupid about? Like this is how crazy Twitter is. The guy that blew up the Cybertruck in New York City. They're still trying to blame it on Muslims.
Was that in Las Vegas or New
Or
York
Las
City?
Vegas, in front of the Trump Hotel. They're still trying to blame it on Muslims. I'm like, the guy isn't even Muslim.
Yeah. Well, then,
But I think it was because of that New Orleans thing just happened.
How convenient though that the guy in New Orleans did that and just happened to. Oh, he just happened to have ISIS flags too. You know.
I
think
just
it was upside down,
I
too.
just need you just need to like whenever that kind of stuff happens, I just feel like I need to pray a couple of rakahs and just be like, God help us all.
Yeah, God help it.
The good thing is like people aren't falling for stuff so easily anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
they question it.
Yeah,
Right
I
away.
love the comments on social
yeah,
media.
even like when that guy did this stuff in New Orleans, I was like, oh God, here we go again. First thing I look up, I get on Twitter, I look up everybody online's like, "Oh, really?
Oh,
Like,
really?
seriously?"
ISIS is back.
Oh, okay.
PSYOP, false flag.
Yeah, and people that aren't Muslim or Arab, by the way, they're just like, okay, come on, this is PSYOP, 100%. But, what else has happened? I miss you guys.
Miss you too, man. You went to Malaysia?
I did go to Malaysia. I took a
went
little
to
trip.
Umrah.
I went to Umrah too, last April.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
You went to, did you go to Umrah?
No, I went to Turkey and
Kafir.
Jordan.
Terrible.
I went
I was
to
just gonna say,
Turkey.
you a bad Muslim. You were there like, Kafir.
No, but Umrah was awesome, man.
My first experience was in 2019. It was much better due to the lack of COVID restrictions that they still have in place now.
Yeah.
But just being in Medina, next to the Prophet.
Yeah, you went to Medina first. Didn't
both
Mecca.
times I went to Medina first and then Mecca.
See, I did it the other way. I went Mecca to
I think I'm
Medina,
gonna next
but
time I do it, inshallah. I think I'm gonna go Mecca first.
I
then
liked
Medina.
it because Mecca is very hectic. You're walking. You're basically, it's just a giant exercise for a few hours each time. How many Umrahs did you do this last time?
I did 2.
2? Yeah, me too. I did one for me and one for my dad.
I did
and
one
then
for me and then one for my Sidi who just passed away.
But yeah, it was a really cool experience. Incredible. I went with my oldest sister, Amani. First time I ever gone.
I took Selwa. It was her first time. She was really excited. She loved Medina more. She loves both places, obviously, but just that Medina feel.
Any of y'all get to
you can't
see
beat it.
the Rawda?
Yes.
I got to. So the first time that I went in 2019, every night I was in the Rawda.
Really?
Like I was just getting in there every night, just chilling.
Wow. You have to do like online now. Like
And
reserve
now
it.
it's like you got to sign up, and you only get one time a year or something.
Yeah.
It's like it's very strict in how you get in.
Alhamdulillah, I got to get in when I went.
Yeah,
But y'all knew
I
that.
got to
think
get in.
I texted you.
How long do you
give me
get to
your
go
dot.
in?
Do 15 minutes, and then
No
they're like,
way.
Yeah, they push you out.
Yeah.
They get a little physical.
yeah. So,
They're
alhamdulillah, I got to pray. I ended up praying like 8 rakat.
so
when I
like
was
back
there
in
or something.
2019 though, like they had the in the Sahan where the Kaaba is,
Right.
the first floor. They had the carpets all the way around the Kaaba, and I'm talking like throughout the day, throughout the night, you can just go sit, pick up a Quran, read. You're sitting right there in front of the Kaaba. That wasn't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
You had to be in ihram just to be in the Sahan.
Right. Exactly. They wouldn't let us into that at all.
So
We couldn't even enter the.
You had to like fake
Yeah.
ihram it. So like you just wear ihram even though you're not doing umrah,
Right.
just to get close
Right.
to the Kaaba. The night that I did
Alhamdulillah,
umrah,
I got close enough to touch it this last time. So
it was very busy this Thanksgiving.
really,
It was crazy numbers.
it was
I
pretty
think,
busy when I.
There was a lot of
wasn't-
construction happening, so maybe it was kind of like forcing all the people to be in one spot.
Yeah.
But like it was pretty hectic in there. But like the first night we get to Mecca, we do Umrah, and we did it like we started at 1:30, didn't finish until like 4, which usually Umrah takes about an hour and a half for most people.
Yeah.
It took us about 3 hours, and once we were done, it was almost Fajr, so we just stayed in Ihram and then prayed.
Yeah. It took us about 3 hours to do each.
I've never seen more
Umrah.
people go to Umrah since October 7th happened.
Yeah, it's crazy. All my
Like,
friends,
I think
everybody
that's
I know.
why a lot of the
there's
traffic
definitely,
is. Yeah.
definitely. You can't be pro-Palestine over there, though.
Which is insane.
You know, surprisingly though, I saw a few people that had keffiyehs on. I don't know how.
No, I mean the
was like-
Saudis' outfit. that
No,
they
they were
wear,
Palestinian
it's-
ones,
They
like-
wear the keffiyehs.
Yeah, yeah.
on
No,
it,
but
right?
these were like specifically Palestinian ones.
Yeah,
though.
so you had that, but I'm saying like if you wear like a pro-Palestinian,
Yeah.
anything, they kind of shut it down.
Yeah, which is so lame and pathetic. But let's see, Umrah. What else? I feel like there's something else. Oh yeah, Malaysia. You said I went to Malaysia.
Oh yeah, you went to
Yeah, I took a
Malay.
nice little trip.
You went to Tokyo.
I took my mom. Originally, I was just gonna go to Malaysia because I want to see what it's like. My brother-in-law had actually been suggesting to go check it out to see if it's someplace I'd want to move because it's a Muslim country, it's modern, kind of first world, it's nice. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be in Southeast Asia. My mom's never really got to see a lot of cool places in the world. I'm gonna take her to see a couple of places she wants to go. So we went to Seoul, South Korea, which I've already been to, and we went to Tokyo and Kyoto, Japan, which I've already been to.
What'd you eat?
Everything. Well, this time I make sure it was halal.
Yeah.
So last time we were stupid and we didn't even think about it. But halal, wagyu, seafood like crazy, sushi, all sorts of stuff, man. But after those two places, went to Vietnam, Hanoi, Vietnam for a few days.
How was Viet Cong?
It was cool, man. I loved it. I thought it was really cool. I mean, it's third world-ish.
What's their food like?
It's pretty hard to find. Actually, it wasn't terribly hard to find halal there, but you could find it. But
like,
it was a little tough. But
what is it cut like? Is it
it's like pho, banh mi sandwiches, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, delicious.
A lot of masajid or what?
No, we found one. I took a picture of it. I think I posted it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Muslims. I think the statistic I saw, there was like 200 or 300 Muslims in Hanoi, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's a big city. But surprisingly, as dirty as it is, it's still pretty. I don't know how. It's weird. There's a big lake in the middle of the city that's really nice. But I swear it's like an 8-to-1, like 10-to-1 scooter to car ratio. Everybody's on scooters. It's the most wild thing I've ever seen.
Do they pack up the scooters? Like they got like 3 or 4 guys on it?
Oh, yeah. Kids, like people holding their babies on it and stuff. But it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. First, I didn't really know how to take the Vietnamese people. I mean, I know they've always been great here, like in the States, whenever I interact with them. Super nice. Then you get there and they're a little bit aloof in a sense of like they don't interact with you directly a lot. But then I realized like that's just how they are. Their version of politeness is like not getting in your face too much and not talking too much.
Away
Kind of let these people do what they want to do. But then when you did interact with them, they're really, really nice people.
Didn't you tell me a story about some guy from like America that was acting like he was being super rude or something?
Oh, so like...
I think he told me that when I was on my way back.
Well, the thing is, man, like I'll say the most people that were rude in those places, anytime I came across somebody that was like being obnoxious or just kind of an asshole in public, it's almost always a Westerner, either American, Canadian, or European, every single time. And I kind of read the same thing online. I was like, I looked up before I went, like, what are people in Vietnam like? And people, the top comments like on Reddit were like, honestly, the only rude people I ever ran into in those countries are Westerners, Western tourists. And then I was like, certainly not. And then you get there and you're like, yeah. Even when I was in Japan, we went to a shrine, a temple that we didn't go to last time in Kyoto.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't go to this one. We're stupid because it was beautiful. It's the one that's like in the middle of the lake.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it. It's the most visited shrine in Kyoto. I forgot what it's called. I'll have to look it up. But it was beautiful. But there was a group of like people from somewhere in Europe. They might have been French, German, maybe something like that. They were the most obnoxious. You're supposed to be quiet there. They were loud. They were pushing people out of the way to get pictures. Like it's almost like they thought they owned the place. Look, I know not all of them are like that.
Of course, yeah.
But whenever we did run into people that were acting like that, it was always Western people.
It's just weird because Westerners are constantly complaining that you're in our country.
Yeah.
Respect our country.
Because I think you know how they see it. I think they go to those countries, they almost look at it like a zoo, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's beneath them.
Yeah, it's a place I'm coming to see this stuff. Like y'all come visit our country, but I come see your country, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost think that's how they see it, and even subconsciously they don't realize it half the time. But anyway, my mom loved South Korea. Japan was her absolute favorite. Kyoto is like her favorite city she's ever been to, she said, just like us. Vietnam, Hanoi was great, loved it. And then Malaysia was cool, man. Only problem with Malaysia, there wasn't really a problem with Malaysia itself. The only thing that sucked is I started getting like severe shoulder pain when I was there and got an MRI done, have a torn labrum. So that was awful.
So the golden question, would you move there?
Would I move to Malaysia?
Yeah.
I could live there for sure. Dude, the food was epic. You know, like whenever we went to Hong Kong, like the food courts we saw, we're like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like that. They have a area called Pavilion, which is like super modern malls and like high-tech stuff. And the people are very nice. Almost everything's halal to eat because it's Muslim country. Masajid, beautiful masajid everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed. Like, obviously in Mecca and Medina, they go all out.
Yeah.
in the Haramains, but like the masajid, I went to Turkey as well, and just the architecture, the material, the way they build it and construct it, it's like we want this thing to last forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you come back and it's like all our stuff is just like sticks and drywall, and it's just like
I mean, that's just American architecture.
Yeah, but it's
American
like
construction.
it is.
in
But
general
there's
is not the
certain
greatest.
masajid I've seen like around the states that they do put like big marble slabs and like make the walls look a little more.
Right. At least
what I'm
take some pride in it.
Take
at
some
least,
pride
you
into
know?
it and like put some money into it. Like it's the house of God, so like make it worth visiting.
I think there's a fine balance though, right? Because sometimes it's almost too majestic to the point
I
where,
love the
where
Turkish
you lose
masajid.
well, sometimes I think people lose like the soul of what it actually supposed to mean.
I don't know, man. I went to that Mohammed Fatih masjid in Turkey, the one who
Is it Istanbul?
he's the one who took over Istanbul, conquered it.
Yeah.
The
We
Blue
went to
Mosque.
his no.
Oh,
He has
Fatah. Yeah. I know Fatah. We
So
went to that one.
masjid, and I don't know, man. I felt good in there. It was nice.
The nice
you're-
thing, here's the thing about when I went to Turkey, what I realized, I was just there in September, I think. I feel like Muslims in general have lost the want, I guess, or the energy to put everything they got into something.
Right. It's
When
like
I
the
went-
Prophet ﷺ said, if you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability,
Yeah.
or don't do it at all. Basically,
Because like you go to the message, I'm like, man, they put so much effort into making a spoon that has like all this calligraphy in it.
Right.
This cup that has
everything's minimalistic now.
Yeah.
And things didn't used to be that way. Sorry to interrupt you, Khalid, but yeah.
But it's just like they took pride in the things that they had. They took pride in the things that they were building. They took pride in the clothes that they were wearing.
Right.
Look what I'm wearing, bro.
Yeah. No, I understand.
This is the most minimalistic thing.
I get it.
You know, they chose the best materials.
Well, the
and
thing is, it's almost like back then they had very few things, but the things they did have had high value and they were very personalized and they lasted a long time. Now it's the age of consumerism. It's almost like,
we have everything.
oh, I can just get another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's really not as much pride in the things that you own or wear and things like that. I get it. But yeah, man.
And then OU sucked ass this year. Brent Venables is a piece of.
Bro, I don't wanna talk about it. Bro,
I don't know how he still has his job.
I'm a little.
We went to the
Listen,
SEC. Texas is on top. We're on the bottom.
Bro, that Texas should have lost to Arizona State.
They should
got
have lost,
so
but it doesn't
lucky.
matter. They keep winning, and
Bro.
we keep losing.
I'm a little excited about Ben Arbuckle and Mateer, though.
Don't get too excited.
But,
Explain who that is.
Huh?
He's
that?
the Washington State offensive
Well,
coordinator
and
the quarterback. But
no, they're still gonna suck.
I can't get excited for it.
I feel you.
I am
understand.
so like my sports depression has gone so bad.
Hey, man, I think
it's all in the Thunder right
the
now.
Thunder are going to win it all, and SGA is going to get
And he
MVP. I can almost
screwed
guarantee.
it
You know what's
over.
crazy is like 2 years ago, you asked me at the game, you were like, "Do you think SGA will ever be like MVP caliber?" And I was like, "Man, I don't think so. I don't think he's that kind of guy." I was wrong.
No, but I've been thinking about what you said because you were like, man, he's had a couple of good games, like consistent, like 25, 30 points. But he's never had like those 40, 50, 60 points.
His career high is 45, bro.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. That's that low.
But
Here's the thing.
But
he
the last
consistently
couple,
gets
That
45.
he averages 30 by scoring 30 every single night.
So I
It's
told
the consistency is off the charts, dude.
You know the twins, Rifki and Risky?
Yeah.
So Rifki, I told him 3 years ago, and he could test. I was like, just wait, SGA is going to be one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
If not the best. And he just like looked at me like, what are you talking about? I was like, his game is something else, dude. I'm telling you, the way he plays it, he's going to be one of the best players in the league. One thing that he does very well is his mid-range game.
It's ridiculous, dude.
And then he doesn't fall in love with the three. Even though he can
doesn't.
shoot it, he prefers to drive, slash, and score.
He's one of the last, if not the last, like true mid-range players.
He can,
And
he
it's
can-
actually annoying.
He can shoot, he can slash, and then
He's really
not just
good.
that. If he does slash, he doesn't look to shoot first all the time.
yeah,
He-
he's fine
he
with
can
passing.
yeah, he
Here's the
can
thing.
dish it too.
The consistency is off the charts. Like,
You know that
he has a bad game.
You know Boobie Miles, like in Friday Night Lights, where he go, and he can pass.
Yeah. he has a bad game like once every like 15 games, dude.
Yeah.
The consistency is just off the charts.
So tell me
It's
what
crazy.
y'all think about this. Hartenstein. Was that
Jew.
the?
Yeah.
Hartenstein, yeah.
Hartenstein.
You know he's half black.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. He
I had
looked
no
white
idea.
as hell, but yeah, I figured out he was black.
Dude, I think he's a flashy passer.
He's good.
He's a good player.
Dude,
What's crazy is
he
y'all
makes
don't
the
even-
craziest passes.
Y'all don't even have y'all's second highest scorer right now,
I know.
and the best defender, Chet Holmgren.
But the way he got injured, I was like, man, it's like this is the sports depression I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's built like
Who breaks their hip at his age?
Hey, he's built like American Homes.
The way he's built, he just looks like one of those injury-prone guys, man. Like the way they're
Not
built.
really, man. Like he was good for a year and a half. He
I
wasn't
get that. I'm talking
bad.
about the way he's built. It's
Oh,
like the
the
Anthony
build?
Davis
Yeah, I
type
mean-
lanky, you know.
But you could say KD's the same way.
Yeah,
I guess he
but-
did tear his Achilles and
Achilles.
messed up
Katie
his-
also wasn't banging down low on the blocks.
Both Chet's injuries. What's that one injury that's in the foot that's like very rare? That's hard to get. The bone.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Both injuries
is it
are
like a
very
metatarsal?
difficult to get, and he got them. And I'm just like, the luck.
Those guys always have foot problems. It
Mm-hmm.
seems like, but
They all got crusty.
I think the Thunder are going to win it all. I legitimately think not just by the only team that can challenge them is a healthy Dallas team, but I don't think they're going to be healthy. So I
Who's
think
injured out of them?
Luka, Kyrie, PJ Washington was out.
Oh, good.
Klay Thompson was out. Plus, I think Dallas has one of the worst coaches in the NBA. I think Jason Kidd is trash, and most Mavs fan will tell you that he doesn't know how to do rotations, and he keeps playing Maxi Kleba. No Mavs fan knows why that guy ever touches the floor.
I think the Thunder rotation's perfect.
it is,
But when you have a deep bench, it's kind of easy.
I'm telling you,
Who's
the
your
Thunder
favorite?
stay
Who's
healthy,
your favorite player?
It has to be SGA.
if the Thunder stay healthy, they're going to win it all because they're dominating a stacked West.
Jalen Williams,
Mine's Caruso. I love Caruso.
Good defender.
Yeah, good defender, and I just like
I
his
like to
name.
see scoring, man.
Yeah, but
But yeah, we're back, and we'll come out with a couple episodes here and there.
yeah,
Who knows?
I'm up here pretty much every weekend now, so it's
Oh,
easier for
congrats
me
on
to-
the new home.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Thanks for the house.
he's a homeowner, y'all.
He's a
Alhamdulillah.
homeowner. Just looking for
yeah.
a wife. That's all.
My house is your house, you know.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, my sister lives right there.
Yeah, it's nice.
My niece, my little niece comes over every day.
Yeah, you said she knocks on your back door.
Yeah, she loves Samson, the dog. It's like her best friend, and he loves her, man. He goes crazy when he sees her. He loves her so much because he knows that it's playtime whenever he sees her. You know? Where is he?
He's chilling. He's
Oh,
trying
there
to
he
find
is.
something to do.
Yeah,
You need to get him a playground back there.
dude, he can make anything his playground. I need to get him a good kennel to sleep in and stuff. Hey, buddy.
What is that? A doghouse?
Yeah, like a big dog house that you can put like heating and stuff in.
Oh, nice.
Hey, bud.
All right, y'all. I think that was a good welcome back episode.
I think so too. We probably missed some things here and there. It's pretty short too. We've only been recording for 38 minutes, so I think that's a good place to cut off.
Yeah.
But we'll try to get some more collabs and get some guests and stuff.
Y'all went viral without me.
Viral. I mean,
I kind of
you
felt
jealous?
that FOMO. I was like, these motherfuckers, they waited for me to leave. It went viral on this bitch.
Nah, I'm sure.
It's funny how we like had so many views and then we just stopped.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, we made it.
Well, the thing is, bro, I think it was because after that, like things in Gaza, they were already bad because they were going
They
on
got
for a few
really
months. They got
bad.
really bad.
Yeah.
Like to the point, and then I went to Umrah, and then it was just like
No, I
then
remember-
Yost didn't want to do anything because things were really bad with
he
his
hit me up and
family.
he was like, come on, let's get on. I was just like, no. I'm good. But it's not that it's an important issue to talk about. I think it just got a little too
Yeah,
personal for our family.
I get it. Yeah, I think you were. I mean,
And I mean, I maybe it's my pride, but it's like I also don't want people to feel sorry for us
it
or our
is your
family.
pride. I
It's
get
my
it.
pride, but like,
Well, you want to keep that dignity, you know.
yeah, and it's like,
But the
it's
thing
not
is-
my story to share as well. Like they're
Yeah.
my family members, but all of them I've never met. I never got to experience any time with them, and
Right.
I don't know. I just don't want to
Yeah, we
speak for them.
I don't want to speak for them. Their cause is, and what they're dealing with is completely different from what I'm feeling. My feelings are, I wish I could help and do what I can being over here. And theirs is like, I just wish to live another day, or whatever their thoughts are. I can't speak on that. So I just didn't want to get into it too much.
Yeah. I mean, when you
and
said
I knew
that,
like whenever it's funny because like the reason you guys went viral is because of Gaza, and I just didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, I get it. And I mean, and thanks to the Mohammed sisters and all them for sharing their story. That really, and also the people that collaborated with us to kind of get their story.
Yeah, no,
out.
it
That's where
definitely,
a lot of it came from. But
and we don't make any money off this. Zero. And I don't care to make any money off of any of this.
Alhamdulillah, we all do well in life.
I don't care to make any money off this at all.
Agree.
So that the reason we're even talking about viral and everything is only to get that message out. That's the only thing that we care about. So
Yeah.
it ain't,
whatever platform we can
money
use
for clicks and all that crap.
to help the cause, then we're going to try to do it.
But no,
to
it
the
was
best of our ability.
definitely a good episode to have. But yeah, we're back. So stay tuned.
So,
stay
yep.
tuned. So
Until next time. Sorry.
Thanks.